The cleric shushes the warlock. We can only ask 5 questions. Huh? I haven't asked him any questions, have I? GM makes another tally. Yes, you've asked me 4 now. Hey, what's up everybody, it's SkyDieRay here, welcome to another DnDGreentext video. No, people always ask why DieRay. It's really sad that they don't ask how DieRay. It is what it is. How are you guys doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Before jumping into this video, I also want to remind you, if you want to take a second to smash the like button, because it's really appreciated, helps with the algorithm, does a lot of beautiful things, and I appreciate it, and I appreciate you if you do that, so thank you. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. A question of drow theology. Can a non-drow even enter Elistray's realm? It would be the weirdest thing to see a non-drow worshipper of Elistray. You just know that they're there for some fat dark elf. Of course. Yeah, that of course. Yes, Elistray had moon elf worshippers by the time of the War of the Spider Queen. They were all women. When she killed Veyron, she got his male clerics, drow and non-drow as well. Now I'm imagining racial gods trying to deal with members that aren't of their race and are devout. Like, how does a goddess of drow deal with a human like that? Does it happen often? Do drow pray to human gods for human spouses? Do those go to human gods or gods of love? The more I think about this, the funnier it gets. What about when this worshipper dies? Who picks them up? Does Zarus get non-human worshippers? Be me. Be Lolth. Annual count of worshippers. Numbers come back, and mostly as expected, save one. One human male. What? That thread? Focus in on this one worshipper. It is indeed a human male, wearing plate and my symbol on the shoulder. Currently lost in the Arctic. Figure this will work itself out, so I go back to surfing the web. Months later, get a prayer from one of my priestesses. They're being raided. The enemy is unknown, and the numbers are unknown. Take a look, because it's been a slow day. It's that human again. Just him, no others. Trying to walk out of the city with a priestess under his arm. Someone is going to get bit for this. Trying to figure out how to fix this. I command him to stop, so he stops. What? He immediately goes into prayer, and it's like receiving a million questions a second. Zarus, why did you make them like this? Tell him to shut up for a moment, and that he's passed the first test, and his next task is to go to deal with the mind flayers deeper down. And he'll be rewarded with whatever when he makes it back. Silence, then a single understood in the worst undercommon that I've ever heard. Watch him bolt off into the Underdark after dropping the priestess. Problem solved. For about a week. The week passes. Tuning into house drama, about to watch some priestess get shanked in an alleyway. Just as it gets good, get interrupted by sudden yelling. Lolth, grant me your aid in my time of need. That undercommon could only be one person. Take a look at what the dumb human is doing now. He actually did it. The mad human took over an illithid city, led their slaves in an open revolution. Hundreds of dead squid heads all around. He doesn't even need my help. Take the time to call up Zarus. Yo Zarus, my name is Peller now. Whatever, do you know about human designator A499GLY4LK? I can hear his fat moving across the sending message. What about him? He seems pretty normal. Normal people don't incite revolts or ask a goddess of another race for a wife 3 times a day. What the even hell is delicious anyways? I don't know if he groaned or if it was his seat creaking underneath him. Look, Arashne, I'm Lolth now. Whatever. Look, this happens from time to time. Humans aren't the brightest. Just be glad that drow don't qualify as short stacks, or we would be having this conversation a lot more. My face when he hangs up with that the explanation. My face when this human just dealt a powerful blow to the mind flayers. My face when I send him off to collect the sound of a cat's footfall, the roots of a mountain, and a dozen other impossible things in hoping that he'll die along the way. My face when it's been a year and he has 9 out of the 12 items. My face when I still don't know what delicious is. I hate humans. Oh man, okay, that's absolutely understandable. I would hate humans after that too. Just can you not pray for a delicious wife 3 times a day? To a goddess of another race at least? The deepest dive. I'm the DM here. A little experience, but mostly just want to make and run a game with my friends. Full of homebrew rules and player options. Running the most basic and best D&D campaign. The Mega Dungeon. Random encounters, boss fights, puzzles, XP leveling, the works. Don't f*** around or you'll die. Now, the player. Missed the last session with everyone, so it's a solo session to explain what he was doing that whole time. Playing a homebrew class, level 5. Wakes up before everyone else and sneaks away to go on a quest to retrieve a book for the Mafia. Technically on house arrest, so better make sure not to wake anyone up on his way out. Know of an old library on the first floor of the dungeon. Takes out the hobgoblin guard easily, and the goblins scatter. Wants to take a quick look, but before long, the goblins brought reinforcements. Goblin boss, which has a CR1, tells him he better come with him or else. Kinda expected my player to run away as soon as an opportunity presented itself, or maybe even try to kill the goblin boss or something. But nope, he's being a good prisoner. He makes it all the way to where the prison is, and they get stopped by a hobgoblin guard. Yeah, I'm here to read this Dungeon of Fiends. You wouldn't know any, would you? Hobgoblin grins and leads him to a deep dark hole. You'll find fiends in hell. Hobgoblin tries to push him into the hole. Backfires, and the hobgoblin is the one that gets pushed instead. Describe a sickening crunch and then mysterious laughing. PC sticks around the hole to see if anything happens. I describe a great levitating body with an enormous eye, as well as a dozen more on eye stalks, and a great grinning smile rising up to greet him. He fails a save, and his speed is halved. Decides to, instead of running away at half speed, jump down the hole at full speed. He falls past the beholder and hits the ground for about 10d6 fall damage. He only had about 5 health anyway, immediately pops back up at 1 because of blood magic. Running blindly through the darkness, he trips and slides down deeper into the darkness. This is deeper than we thought. Eventually gets deposited on some gravel somewhere. Stops to light a torch and assess the situation. 1 health, several hundred feet below the surface of the earth, pursued by a beholder, and no idea what's ahead. Push on to some kind of man-made corridor. The beholder probably won't fit, so that's good. Disembodied hand scuttles past. At this point, I have to whip out the DMG's random dungeon generator. I expected the whole party to prepare to fight the beholder, and it would be a whole deal, but some other time. There's a regular way to the next floor down, and this hole leads to the floor after that one. I only have a vague conceptual understanding of what on earth is down here. Short rest and back up to full. Exploring, but probably doomed. I have no idea, out of character, if there even is a way out from here. First combat, he initiates with a great gunpowder explosion, and still the undead guards are fine. Narrow hallway means it's only one at a time. Good thing, because he would have absolutely gotten wrecked. 1 health again. Short rest, interrupted by a wraith coming out of the wall. Hey man, what's your name? I didn't have a name for him. My name is... I don't remember. I've forgotten. Cool, you can hang with me. You don't know a way out, do you? No. Are you going to hurt me? Not right now. Right then, that's settled. Let's keep exploring. The dice are kind. No stairs, but some kind of shaft going up. It's a natural cave. Come out to a large cavern with a large lake. There are torches in the distance. Make his way over to the torches and find dock workers and fishermen. Hey, Cricky, why ain't this skin blue? Or some kind of accent like that, I don't know. He's got no clue why I'm doing an Aussie accent for this drow, but at least they won't kill him on sight. Yeah, I don't think the one I did was an Aussie accent, I wasn't even going for that. Any of you know a way back to the surface? Me mate Varys tried once. Don't know if he made it, but he went that way. Follow the directions and make it up to the 2nd floor, albeit unexplored territory. This is nice, but these are still monsters at the limit of what the whole party can take on. Chased through holes by orcs and falls down a gap to the flooded basement. Now, chased by a single hobgoblin because the orcs aren't gonna jump after him. Find himself in a room with a familiar dark hole. Take a right and find a flight of stairs, now that he has his bearings. Prepare an ambush and kill the hobgoblin. Find his way back up to the first floor. Stumble on a familiar goblin boss. Duel to the death. Back to the library where he was originally. He gets the book and leaves. Okay, Jesus, that was a hell of a roller coaster and also a hell of a solo session. Also, I'm a bit curious if the DM had to pull any strings to not have the PC killed. Anon does not like creativity. How much magical realm is good? Bimmy, finishing grad degree, heading back to school soon. Meet a guy via Facebook group. Says he really likes Pathfinder. Why would anyone play Mathfinder? I tell him I don't really like Pathfinder, I like D&D more. He offers to get me into the 2nd edition, even worse, and says that he's been writing a campaign forever and he just needs a group that's willing to roleplay. I tell him that I'm just not interested. He asks that even if I don't play, could he run some of the plot by me? I figure, okay, it couldn't be that bad. Some highlights. Elf nationalists who promise busy in exchange for aid in their pseudo-Vietnamese, culminating in an independent, socialist agrarian elven state. Pykrel, whatever that means. A black chromatic dragon who tasks you with helping to remove a continually resurrecting leech from its stomach. That one sounds fun. A silver dragon cursed by a wizard to never be able to land. So the PCs will have to figure out how to help it lay its eggs safely. A frost giant, literally raised by direwolves, that lives in the mountains, gained levels in barbarian, doesn't understand language, fights on all fours, and is usually naked. A bank run by orcs that gives loans to adventurers and has a 7-foot tall half-orc giantess running the collection side of the business. I told him that this was a bit much and he'll need to tone it down, but he said all of these things were integral to his story. At what point do you just write a book? Like, I can deal with one of these, but what sane group would find all of these things crammed into the same narrative even somewhat enjoyable? Also, why the are Gen Zers all so into freak? Okay, hold on, isn't just the first idea bad? Or weird, or you know, too much? Like the others beside that one, the others seem fine, even actually could be fun to have to deal with some of that stuff. Be careful what you ask for. I think back to our Curse of Strahd game and always chuckle at this encounter. Very minor spoilers regarding a location. Exploring Van Richten's tower. Trigger explosive trap outside. Large oof for the party. Cleric expends all but one spell slot to get everybody back on their feet. Cautiously advance through the tower. Find the chest. Open the chest. The chest contains a severed head. The group decides that the cleric should use the last spell slot to speak with dead to find out what happened at this location. Agree to let the cleric do the talking. The head comes to life. Warlock, who hasn't been paying attention, starts talking to the head immediately. Alright mate, what do we call you then? My name is Jan. GM makes a tally in his notes. How do you spell that? Y-A-N. Nice one. GM makes another tally. How did you die? I was decapitated. GM makes another tally. The warlock is completely oblivious. The cleric shushes the warlock. We can only ask 5 questions. Huh? I haven't asked him any questions, have I? GM makes another tally. Yes, you've asked me 4 now. We tried our best to get as much information out of one question as we could, but obviously any follow-up details were lost. The cleric didn't have another spell slot and the GM was laughing way too hard to let us redo the situation, so I don't blame him. Ah, that is absolutely amazing and you should kill the warlock player. Oh yes, the player, not the character. Alright, on that note, that's gonna be it for this video, so thank you guys so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Please like if you did and subscribe for more if you haven't already. Also, thank you to everyone supporting the channel on Patreon, I really appreciate it, so thank you so much for the support given there. Links below if you wanna check that out, as well as any social media, if you wanna join the Discord server or the subreddit. And yeah, that's it, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, bye!